Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best palm grip mice in 2020. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check out the links in the description below. If you'd like to win one of these products, make sure you watch the whole video, click the like button and comment the hidden word found in this video. Number 5. Microsoft Pro IntelliMouse. The Pro IntelliMouse is the same ergonomic shape inspired by the 1996 IntelliMouse Explorer 3.0, hand-sculpted for a natural fit in your palm. I've been using it daily non-stop for the past 3 weeks and I find it to be one of the most immediately comfortable mice I've ever used. Another improvement Microsoft has made can be found in the cable, which is now a modernized braided fabric instead of the very unruly rubber material Microsoft used in the 2018 Classic version. The braided cable won't fight against you for control of the mouse, unlike more taut materials, making it almost feel as liberating to move as a wireless mouse. The runners underneath are very smooth, glossy material with an ever so subtle curvature that allows the mouse freedom to glide on any surface. The eye of the mouse is manufactured by PixArt and codenamed PAW3389 Pro MS, which indicates some sort of customization involved from Microsoft's side. However, the sensor works exactly as a standard PMW3389 would, at least from what I could measure. This sensor is great and what you would expect from a high-end optical sensor, raw, snappy and pinpoint accurate. Microsoft's Pro IntelliMouse meets those needs. Its lack of features makes it a hard sell for gamers or professionals alone, but if you're truly part of both camps, the Pro IntelliMouse is the do-it-all mouse you've long needed. Number 4. Glorious Model D. The Model D is great for anyone interested in competitive shooters and battle royales, but its software needs to be fixed. The Model D is Glorious's first ergonomic mouse, and people who know their stuff will notice that it looks very similar to something like a Zowie EC. As a reviewer, I try to stay away from making too many comparisons to other mice because I prefer to let products speak for themselves, but I obviously can't ignore the fact that this is basically a clone of the EC. I'm not taking a position in this whole "are copied shapes a good thing or not" debate, I'm just mentioning it in case you want to try out this particular shape. The Model D uses Omron switches to handle the clicks and I have to say that these feel great. The actual clicks were already really good on the Model O, though the buttons were plagued by varying amounts of side travel and QC issues, but it seems like Glorious have stepped up their game. I didn't find any travel whatsoever on either of the copies I received, and the whole button rubbing over the switch feeling when you hold it down is gone too. That's great news, and it results in a supremely satisfying clicking experience. As the designers at Glorious obviously intended, gamers into flick aiming, high-skill online shooters will get the most out of the Model D's lightweight design, beautifully gliding PTFE feet and simple layout. Number 3. Razer Death Adder V2 Pro. Razer's Death Adder V2 Pro adds wireless functionality without sacrificing much of what makes its hot-selling gaming-focused mouse best in class. Razer's been reusing the Death Adder's design since the first version back in 2006. The Death Adder V2 Pro has largely the same ergonomic slope to it, where your hand just fits around it. It's amazingly comfortable, especially for someone with large hands like myself. Razer's Death Adder V2 Pro also includes 2 gold pegs on the underside for connection to the Razer charging dock, sold separately, a profile switch button, a switch that changes the mouse from wired mode to either of the wireless options, and a convenient space to store the 2.4 GHz Razer Hyperspeed dongle, USB Type-A. The Death Adder V2 Pro features the same Focus Plus optical sensor and optical mouse switch of the lesser-priced models, meaning that utilizing it during gameplay feels incredible. Deliberate first-person shooters like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and PUBG control like a breeze. Faster-paced shooters like Doom Eternal couldn't be better suited for the Death Adder V2 Pro. The Death Adder V2 Pro fits like a glove on normal to large size hands and performs like a champ. Playing first-person shooters feels amazing. Number 2. Razer Viper Ultimate Hyperspeed. Holding the Razer Viper Ultimate for the first time, it's difficult to comprehend how such performance can be so feather-light. At first glance, Razer's ambidextrous esports mouse could be mistaken for cheap, it's so lightweight, but don't be fooled, this isn't your average pointer. An unassuming aesthetic and slimline profile make the Viper Ultimate sit perfectly on any desk. There's no glaring LEDs poking out of every corner, but a simple matte finish over the classic Razer logo makes a satisfying statement nonetheless. The Razer Viper Ultimate may be light and sleek, but it's certainly not lacking in sheer power. Inside this nimble exterior sits some serious tech, with Razer's optical sensors and switches working to deliver an effortless scan across the battlefield that still keeps up with twitch reflex clicks. Speed, of course, isn't everything. Rest assured, however, the responsiveness of the Viper Ultimate doesn't come at a detriment to its precision. Even the newest of PC gamers will appreciate the smooth tracking and astonishingly low latency. The Razer Viper Ultimate gives a platter of premium tech, yet it still manages to present all that in a featherlight, ultra-responsive chassis. The result is impressive. Number 1. BenQ Zowie EC2. The EC2 is a medium-sized ergonomic mouse. Check out the EC1 for a larger option, with a shape that doesn't really need any introductions in the enthusiast scene. It's commonly referred to as one of the best-shaped mice in the business, so naturally Zowie has left this alone. A lot of people say that the EC has one of the best ergonomic shapes in the market, and I still agree with that. It's a mostly safe shape, there's no crazy curvature that forces your hand to hold the mouse in a certain way, and you won't find any awkward grooves anywhere either. Zowie famously uses Huano switches in their mice as opposed to the far more commonly used Omron switches. I'm not someone who prefers super light clicks myself, so for me the main buttons on the EC feel absolutely fine, and I suspect they'll feel fine for most users too. With this 3360, you can be sure that every little move that you make will be translated to your monitor with pixel-perfect precision. The sensor is implemented as it should be, and there's no snapping, acceleration, or any other form of manipulation that can ruin your ability to aim. So full marks to Zowie here. The most commonly used DPI levels, 400, 800, 1600 and 3200 are all available via the selector button, and you can change the polling rate on the device itself too, so I don't think there are many competitive gamers out there who'd have a problem with the lack of software. I certainly don't. The EC2 is one of those rare mice that can comfortably handle pretty much every grip type out there. On its own, it's a great gaming mouse with a phenomenal shape and flawless in-game performance, and it's, along with the EC2B Divina, the best version of the EC out there right now. Buying guide. Firstly, sensitivity. Sensitivity shows how accurately the sensor detects motion. A high-end sensor can feel even the smallest and high-speed movements. If the mouse supports great sensitivity that is measured in DPI, it's the best palm grip mouse that lets you move the cursor without requiring much space in the table. Secondly, connectivity. The majority of gamers pay great attention to the mouse speed and performance. Even the smallest input lag can affect the decision. For that reason, gaming mice, as a rule, interact with the PC via a wire. Still, you may find wireless devices as well if you're sure it won't play a dirty trick with your gaming experience. And thirdly, DPI. All the claw grip mice are marked with certain DPI ratings. The higher the value of DPI, the less you'll need to mobilize your mouse for cursor travel. If you are efficient enough to control the mouse sensitivity and the cursor, then I will suggest you select any option having a DPI of 800 to 1000. However, higher than this value of DPI can be problematic for you in your game. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.